Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. Man, me and my wife had a disagreement earlier this week, man, about me and collecting and how the shit is taking over the man cave and how shit is all over the floor. You know, for the most part, I haven't taken things out the box. I'm still moving around, buying stuff. And, my wife said, hey, look, we need to put a cap on it. We need to slow your roll, Earlier this week, it was a lot of hollering, a lot of cussing, just shit just going on. My kids was diffusing the situation. Man, you know what? She has every right. Man, mental health is a bitch, man. Depression is something. I'm not going through depression. Mentally, man, I was just feeling like, I hate to say it, man, FOMO, man. It was just like shit everywhere, man. And I was just scooping it up, man. And, I'm the type of person that I collect everything, man. I collect everything that piques my interest. And I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe that's not a feasible thing for everybody else, but that's just who I am. And that's what drives me to, move forward and find more stuff and do things, man. It's just who I am. But, I looked at it and I had to keep it real, man. I paid attention to some of the stuff she was saying. Again, I got that Batmobile and all of that stuff, man. And 2 pair of shoes, the thing from the Fantastic Four, man. This guy came today. Man, look. And this dude is heavy. Man, look. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Shit is what it is, man. It is. Sometimes you gotta sit back and understand who you are as a person. You got to get to know you. And you got to know the driving forces and factors behind why it is you do what you do. Man, you know what? I love collecting. Dude, that's been a part of me since I've been a young boy. It's what, motivates me. Man, when I was doing comics, man, I said I'm going to have the whole X-Men run. The original one from the 60s. And, dude, I had every damn book. Dude, I was on eBay almost every day searching for books. Dude, I had them under a certain price. That's how I had it, man. And that's how I do my Funko Pops. That's how I do my action figures. That's how I do my shoes, man. I look for them, man. And see, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. I may be all into a line for a while. I was all into the Transformers for a while, man. And I was into the Transformers for a minute, man. I had it going. Me and the Transformers, I had at least damn near 100 Transformers. But I started getting tired of collecting the Transformers. I had Motu. I had G.I. Joe, but I was getting tired of these, man. That's the thing that people don't understand. When you collect something so long, you tend to get tired. You get burnt out on it. So you try to find something different and you try to do something different. And when you're doing something different, that means you're collecting something different, man. You bringing it into the fold. Like I said, you all remember when these shelves were empty, man. And my wife said, man, I remember when these shelves were empty. There was nothing on these shelves. She said you had stuff spread out. It looked sporadic. You had big Chinabo Transformers that took up like damn near 2 shelves. She said you did it because you really didn't have nothing out there. But she said you got stuff out there now. And she said your collection looks like you. It looks, and it's a representation of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And what I'm trying to accomplish, man, is cohesiveness. This is why I try to go for figures that are the same size, man. And I know you're talking about, so what is like this big old revelation that you and your wife came up with? I told you before in many videos, she told me, slow it down. Slow it down. She said it's a lot more shit to focus on, and I'm focusing on that. Dude, but one thing that I notice is I focus on a lot of things. And see, that's how my mind works. When my mind is not working, man, that's not a good thing. I have to be on 10 different topics in my head at one time, man. And, again, that's just who I am. Many years ago, I went to a therapist, and we talked about that, and he said, ain't shit wrong with that. He said, you a multitasker. When you done with something, you're looking at 3 other things, like what else could I accomplish in this situation? But you know what? We all get that little time whereas we don't feel like doing anything. Whereas, We're looking at the situation like I should open up all these toys, but how am I going to put them up? I don't got the stands. I need to buy some more stands. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. And fam, that's how it goes. That's how your body starts functioning. This is how you start looking at everything, man. You know what? I'm like, man. And you know what? With this being like one of the weirdest times, today is Black Friday, man. You know, I'm in downtown Chicago, right? Down there looking, just, going to work. And I'm looking at all the people around me, right? There was really nobody down there when the time that I went. And it's really early when I go downtown. I said, man, this Black Friday ain't really what it was. They were showing Woodfield Mall. Woodfield Mall in Illinois is one of the biggest malls, man. It's like one of the malls that always be on and popping. That mall was basically empty. Dude, it's cold outside the day after Thanksgiving. People ain't really pushing the way they are. They don't have the money. And you know what? At first, and I'm going to tell you something that was really getting me, man. And the thing that was really, really working my nerves was I didn't have the money at first to buy some of the stuff, man. Some of the stuff that I wanted, man, I couldn't afford it. And I know y'all looking at like, Unc, stop playing. We know you could afford it. Man, but without a hassle, man, shit was coming up. When things come up, you got to give up on certain things, man. If important stuff come up within the family, you got to let everything else go. It's just shit after a while. So, you got to keep that, in the back of your head, man. And that's what I'm thinking, man. I'm like, man, I couldn't afford the stuff at first. People from the group started hitting me up, telling me where to find cheap stuff at, how to go about getting it, what I should be doing. Check out them Goodwill bins. I said I'm going to check out the one in Wisconsin and the one in Indiana, man. Like I said, man, I'm doing what I need to do. And you know what, man? This is how you keep pushing. You keep pushing. I said I wanted to do my Blu-ray collection. Found tons of Blu-rays, man, for reasonable ass prices, $1 a piece. You can't beat that. Half of them was sealed, and I'm like, shit. Disney movies too? Come on. I still watch Disney. Who don't watch Lion King, man? Done seen that damn movie about 100 times with my son. Man, this is what I'm talking about. You have fun. And see, the thing is, a lot of you all don't realize, a lot of the things that you see here, as far as breakdowns and groups, were from different parts of my life of collecting. Like the video games. That was a big part of my collecting. Then I went to like comics, which was a big part of my collecting, which is down at the bottom. Then I went to Blu-rays and DVDs, which was a big part of my collecting. Then I went to shoes. Then we got into action figures, man. Then we got into die-cast cards and watches and cologne. And I know y'all like cologne. What's with you in there collecting cologne? I wear cologne all the time, fam. And that's the thing that you should have. You should always smell good. Don't be in there trying not to, do some shit, man. You got to do some shit, man. And you got to be on it. You got to be on point. Everybody's watching, man. You got to make sure. You got people that come and you show your stuff and they be like, yeah, but it ain't for me, man. They look all messed up. If it was me, I'd do it like this. I have 5 or 6 figures on the shelf and they all be moving. And dude, I don't got space just to put 6 damn figures on the shelf, man. We got to be better than that. Look, I need to put multiple shit out. Sometimes when people see your stuff, they get intimidated and they get a little jealous, man. People get jelly quick. And they tell you real quick, like, man, no, that ain't what it is. It's this. Dude, that's exactly what it is. Your ass jealous. What is you jealous for? Dude, when I do this thing because this is what I'm doing. I buy my shoes, I buy my hats, because I collect a lot of hats, as you all know. I still haven't worn all the hats that I got, which is funny. Small gadgets, Funko Pops. Man, Funko Pops came back in 2017? When I was collecting those. Man, small gadgets, everything. Hot Wheel cars, man. I'm doing me. Legos, man. I got tons of Legos around here. It's just real. And that's the thing that you got to look at. Stop worrying about what everybody else think of you, man. You know what? We all go through stuff. We all go through trials and tribulations. And you know what? You're going to go through them over and over again. And you're going to go through some other shit. Trials and tribulations never end. It's just you keep going. And that's how it works. And I was just talking about all the shit that I have to do and all the things that I got to get accomplished, man. And I'm working on that. Man, we pushing. We pushing. You know, we done had conversations and conversations. And that woman told me something. She said, look, I never told you to stop. She said, I told you to slow down. She said, I told you don't go ape shit crazy because you was going batshit crazy in here. She said, man, I see so much of shit around here that ain't even open. I'm trying to figure. Then I said, well, you know, I could go in there and say the same damn thing to you. And that's when we start talking. You know, that's when you sit down and start having a conversation because, you know, you get with people who are like you, but not exactly like you. Dude, I enjoy these hobbies. I'm living my best life, man. And you should live your best life. Keep doing what you do and don't overlook it, man. But till later, thank you for watching, fam. Peace out.